Welcome to Smalltalk Daily for Thursday, April 8th, 2010. This morning I'd like to take a look at a package that's in the public store repository called Numeric Collections. It adds some interesting methods to the collection hierarchy, and I'll go ahead and load this and show you that. Okay, so with that in, let's close this. What we're going to do is we're going to open up the browser, go down to the package, because pretty much all the interesting things it adds are right here in the package comment. So if you come down here, you'll find that it adds some interesting methods. So you take two collections, array of numbers, add them, and you get the sum. So you get a new collection with the sum of each member. So the first added to the first, second added to the second, and so on. Let's go ahead and inspect that. And sure enough, if I go to basic, you'll find 6, 8, 10, 12, just like I said. Now you go down to the second one, you take a bag with 2, 2, and 6, divide by -2, and you should get a bag with -3, -1, and -1. Let's go ahead and try that. And we'll go ahead and inspect. And sure enough, you get a bag with -3, -1, -1. So these are kind of interesting things. You take another set with 3 elements in it, multiply by 0, and interesting result, you should end up with a set with 1 element in it. Because you multiply everything by 0, you end up with a set with 3 elements in it, you'd think, except sets guarantee uniqueness, and since there's only ever one instance of 0.0 in the system, you end up with a set with one thing in it, which is kind of cool. Now let's go ahead and try this. We'll do point multiplication and see what you get with that. So we'll do an inspect. And as you might expect, you get 40, -20, 80, -40, and so on. You get the sum-wise, the piecewise multiplication of each of those, and so on. So this, on the other hand, is something that no longer works right, and I'll tell you why. It's trying to modify in place, and you might recall that in recent versions of VisualWorks and Object Studio, we added immutability. So this gives you a no modification error because it's trying to modify in place, which is a no-no. So this worked before that. If you really need this kind of code to work, you can catch that exception and let it pass by. I'd advise against it because immutability is, generally speaking, a good thing. But these are kind of cool methods up here that are useful to know and useful to have for some purposes. And you can just get these by loading numeric collections, and it comes in and works pretty nicely. So that's about it for today. Till next time, have fun with Smalltalk.